Salam, hi guys, this is Asep from Xiaomi Media, back again with another tech video. After comparing between two Oppo products, this time I'm gonna do a versus video between two Xiaomi products. From the mid-range champion Redmi Note 8 Pro and the flagship killer Xiaomi Mi 90 Pro. As usual, I'm gonna compare based on 5 aspects: the design, display, performance, camera, and last, the battery. Before we start, intro. You can check my full review for both of these phones in the link down below. Now, let's start with the design. You can clearly see the similarities between these phones, as you can expect, as it was made from the same company. Both have a simple and elegant design on the curved back made from Gorilla Glass 5, but still is a huge fingerprint magnet. Both have their camera placed near the center, with the Note 8 Pro sporting a quad camera setup, while the Mi 90 Pro having a triple camera model. One big difference based on their design is the front camera, in which the Mi 90 Pro opts for a mechanical pop-up selfie camera that we will discuss more when we compare the camera later. Other than that, both use USB Type-C port at the bottom, have a single speaker and also a headphone jack. Both phone is also quite a huge phone, with the Note 8 Pro is just slightly bigger with a 6.53-inch screen than the Mi 90 Pro 6.39-inch display. Due to their size, I do experience some difficulty in one-hand use, with the Mi 90 Pro slightly easier, but overall both phone was built with the premium design in mind and passed my sensation test having wonderful and premium feeling on my hand. The display is a different story. Even though the Note 8 Pro have a larger display with uninterrupted display on the Mi 90 Pro thanks to the pop-up camera and thin bezel on each side, the display looks considerably larger. That's not all. The Mi 90 Pro also use Super AMOLED panel, while the Note 8 Pro only use IPS LCD panel, so color looks vibrant and pops more with deep black that I enjoy more when watching YouTube and playing games. But the sound from both phones is still lacking when watching video due to the only single down-firing speaker at the bottom. Good thing, both of these phones have a headphone jack. Looks like the Mi 90 Pro so far have a slight edge that is gonna get bigger after we compare the performance, with the Mi 90 Pro using the flagship chip Snapdragon 855 against the mid-range chip MediaTek Helio G90T. Both phones handle superbly well with my day-to-day use of social media, browsing the web, and watching video. In my benchmark test, you can expect the Mi 90 Pro will have a better value. But benchmark is not everything, so let's do a speed test by opening and loading apps, consisting of all the typical apps that you probably use on a daily basis, and some games. I'm gonna fast forward this part and point to you which phone load faster, but if both phones finish loading at the same time, I'm gonna point to both phones. First, I'm just gonna make sure no apps is running in the background. Okay, let's start. As you can see, the Mi 90 Pro loads most of the apps faster, but the Note 8 Pro does hold up pretty well, even managed to handle heavy 3D games like the new Call of Duty in high setting quite well with consistent frame rate. But one thing that I noticed, the Note 8 Pro can get considerably warm, even hot after some time compared to the Mi 90 Pro. One thing that I do prefer more in the Note 8 Pro is the biometric, using a rear fingerprint scanner that is very speedy and reliable compared to the slightly lower but cool in-display fingerprint on the Mi 90 Pro. Let's see if the Mi 90 Pro can keep this up with its camera, because the Note 8 Pro boasts about its quad camera setup, with the first phone having a 64 megapixel main camera, while the Mi 90 Pro only uses a triple camera model with a 48 megapixel main camera. But as I mentioned before in my full review for the Note 8 Pro, which you can check in the link down below, the extra megapixel above a certain threshold doesn't guarantee it will produce the better picture, especially with the small lens on the Note 8 Pro. Other than that, it also have an ultra-wide lens, a macro lens, and a depth sensor, while the Mi 90 Pro only have an ultra-wide and a telephoto lens. As you can see in this sample picture, it is quite difficult to differentiate between the full 64 megapixel or the 48 megapixel and the default camera, but it does help to preserve the image quality if you're planning to zoom in and crop the picture before posting it in your Instagram feeds. As for the post-processing software, as this was made from the same company, you can expect the image produced is almost identical. With sufficient lighting, photos will turn out great, having quite a sharp image with excellent color reproduction without looking too flat or too aggressive. Both also produce quite a nice looking wide-angle shot with minimal loss in quality. The Mi 90 Pro does have an advantage to capture zoom-in shot due to having a telephoto lens, but I do envy the macro lens in the Note 8 Pro to capture overly small detail in close-up shot that I find more interesting than the zoom-in shot. For low light or during night time, I was expecting the night mode for both of these phones to be similar, but photos in the Note 8 Pro looks considerably poor with a lot more noise and looks artificial. With video recording, I can say the Mi 90 Pro excel in this part, with very good quality video that can record up to 4K 60 fps compared to the Note 8 Pro only up to 4K 30 fps. Even the video stabilization is superior in the Mi 90 Pro, as you can see me walking around with this phone. For the front camera, the Note 8 Pro opts for a more traditional 20 megapixel water drop selfie camera, while the Mi 90 Pro uses a 20 megapixel selfie camera that mechanically pop up. I'm not an avid selfie taker, but I do like my face more when taking it on the Note 8 Pro, with better contrast and a more natural looking skin tone. Portrait mode is about the same on both phones, with good edge detection to separate the subject from the background. This part is a bit tough for me to judge, but I think the Mi 90 Pro have a slight edge, especially when I consider the video recording capabilities, which I use a lot for my channel. Let's see. Next is the battery. Without a doubt, the huge 4500 mAh battery that powered the Note 8 Pro lasts longer, which can last almost 2 days with quite sufficient heavy use from my part compared to the 4000 mAh battery on the Mi 90 Pro. Both phones also have a fast charging capabilities, with the Note 8 Pro needs about 2 hours of charging with its 18-watt charger and needs about 1 hour and a half in the Mi 90 Pro with its 27-watt charger. Both of these phones is one of the best value phone that you can get without emptying your wallet. Of course, the extra 400 ringgit on the Mi 90 Pro up the spec to flagship level that the Note 8 Pro hard to compete, but this phone is still a beast for its price. You can't go wrong in choosing either one of these phones, but that's only my opinion. What about yours? Does the extra 400 ringgit worth it for you? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoy my video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click the bell icon to be notified for my next video. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. This is SM from Xion Media. Signing off. Bye.